What's up, guy and girl players of World of Warcraft? This is 80Tarou's, aka Taro, for Taro's weekly WoW Report, a new series in which every Sunday I'll release a video reporting about the game's progressions, professions, raids, and Blizz news, among other things. For more free updates, leveling, and gold guides, check out my completely free website at tarowowguides.com. In this week's Taro Weekly WoW Report, I'll be highlighting some of the economic and raid changes, as well as some blue posts, kata updates, and Q&As. So let's get started. Professions haven't changed too much over the last week, as they maintain most of the pricing from last week. However, Alchemy Elixir specs should have seen a slight rise in Flask pricing, and Herbalist should have seen a rise in Frost Lotus pricing, as the overstock of Frozen Orbs and Frost Lotus has been reduced. Mining also should have seen a small jump in Titanium ore pricing. All other professions are pretty much holding their ground. Eternal farmers should be happy with the recent Eternal prices on the rise, as they also recover from an oversupplied market due mostly to Frozen Orb trading. It's amazing how one item can affect several professions when made into a currency. Okay, moving on to PvE and raiding progression. Icecrown Citadel's buff has been increased by 5% and is now 15%. Most guilds and pugs agree this, along with the familiarity of the encounters, has made downing bosses much easier. As I said last week, once the buff hits 30%, expect any group with semi-decent gear to take out the Lich King, as Blizzard strives to open all content to all players. Other than that, there wasn't much in-game change news. This week, Blizzard changed the Recruiter Friend mount from the Zevra to a badass X-53 touring rocket. This is a two-seat flying rocket mount that definitely puts the old Zevra to shame. The new X-53 touring rocket mount will scale up to 310% depending on your skill and if you already have a 310% mount. I wouldn't doubt it if GMs are being flooded with angry requests to switch mounts, as I see a lot of upset people on the forums already. I really can't blame them too much. If you could have this, or this, which are you going to pick? Easy choice, right? One good thing is if you've never claimed your Zevra mount, you can get this one instead. In PvP news, the 2010 Arena Tournament registration is now available for $20 with an overall prize pool of $200,000, special titles, an in-game pet, and more. I'll list links on my website. In Cataclysm news, there are a lot of changes being talked about, and the most interesting ones are the changes to the emblems and badges, raid lockouts, and the recent news around a possible Cataclysm Alpha or Beta release coming soon. It looks like badges will be removed and replaced with a point system similar to the current honor system. There will be two types of points for both PvE and PvP for low tier and high tier items. They will also have caps limiting how much you can earn. Raid lockouts in Cataclysm will be pretty interesting, as both 10-man and 25-man are said to offer the same awards and difficulty, but 25-man will drop more items. To stop players from downing the same boss twice in 1 week, if a player defeats a boss in 10-man, they cannot defeat them in 25-man, and vice versa. The recent Cataclysm news is really starting to spread, and it's looking like Blizzard is close to releasing a working game for testers to play. I'll keep watching out for news on any testable release and post it on my website. In other Blizzard news, StarCraft 2 beta testing is underway and having a lot of positive feedback from fans. To obtain a beta key, simply pre-order the StarCraft 2 game from GameStop or other retailers. If you've already pre-ordered the game, most stores will still give you a beta key. Just call them up and see how you can get yours. Finally, I'd like to end this Taro Weekly WoW Report answering a few questions you guys and girls have asked over the last week. What server are you on? I'm on Arthas US. Info like this is usually in my channel or on my website. What profession makes the most money? Sorry, but it's all relative to you and your server and can change rather quickly. My best advice is to look on my website for a profession you're interested in and compare it to your server and playstyle. How much money do you make on YouTube? Zero. Sad, isn't it? So that's it for this Taro Weekly WoW Report, and I hope you liked it. Comment your suggestions and questions below and you may be featured in next week's Q&A session. Stay on top of the news, economy, and updates of WoW with Taro's Weekly WoW Report, released every Sunday. Please subscribe today and visit tarowowguides.com for more free WoW guides. Thanks for watching and see you next Sunday. Now go! Tell me what you think of anything featured in this Taro Weekly WoW Report in the comment section below. I'm personally wanting that new X-53 touring mount.